pursuing my second year BE CSE at SNS College of Engineering. Well, I going to my topic is interfacing IR sensor module with Arduino. An infrared proximity sensor or IR sensor is an electronic device that emits infrared lights to sense some aspect of the surroundings and can be employed to detect the motion of an object. As this is a passive sensor, it can only measure infrared radiation. This sensor is very common in the electric industry, and if you have ever tried to design an obstacle avoidance robot or any other proximity detection based system, chances are you already know about this module, and if you don't, then follow this article as here we will discuss everything about it. IR sensor pinout. The IR sensor has 3-pin connector that interfaces it to the outside world. The connections are as follows: VCC, the power supply pin for the IR sensor, which we connect to the 5V pin or Arduino. Out pin is a 5V TTL logic input. Low indicates no motion is detected. I means motion is detected. GND should be connected to the ground of the Arduino. How does an IR motion sensor module work? The working of the IR sensor module is very simple. It consists of two main components. The first is the IR transmitter section and the second one is IR receiver section. In the transmitter section, IR LED is used and in the receiver section, a photodiode is used to receive infrared signal from and after some signal processing and conditioning, we will get the output. An IR proximity sensor works by applying an voltage to onboard infrared light emitting diode, which in turn emits infrared light. This light propagates through the air and it's an object. After that, the light gets reflected in the photodiode sensor. IR sensor module ports. The sensor has 3 pin 2 of which are power pins leveled VCC and GND, and the other one is the sense data pin which shown in the diagram below. It is onboard power LED and the signal LED, and the power LED turns on when power is applied on the board to the signal turns on when the circuit is triggered. This board also has a comparator OP amp that is responsible for converting the incoming analog signal from the photodiode to a digital signal. We also have a sensitivity of the device. Last and finally, we have the photodiode and the sensor emitting light LED pair, which all together make a T-circuit diagram for IR motion sensor module. Circuit diagram for IR motion sensor module. The schematic diagram of the IR motion sensor is shown below. The schematic itself is very simple and needs a handful of generic components to build. If you don't have pre-built module on hand but still we want to test your project, the schematic below will come in handy. In the schematic, we have IR LED as transmitter and the photodiode as receiver. If an object is in front of the sensor, the light from the object is received by the photodiode, and depending upon the intensity, you can determine how far and how close the object is. In the schematic, you can also find LM358 OPMP, which is doing all the comparison work and generating the output. Other than that, there is a potentiometer that can be used to adjust the sensitivity of the IR sensor module or the triggering distance of the module. With Arduino UNO connection, connecting the IR sensor to any microcontroller is really simple. As we know, the sensor outputs a digital signal and processing this signal is very easy. There exist two methods to do so. First, you can always check the port in an infinite loop to see when the port changes in state from high to low, or the other way is to do it with interrupt. If you are making a complicated project, that interrupt method is recommended. Power the IR with 5V or 3.3V and connected ground to ground. Then connect the output to a digital pin D9 to connect the IR sensor module with Arduino board. With that, you are now ready to upload some code and get the IR motion sensor working. You can also check out the above module in action at the bottom of the article. Thank you.